What's up YouTube, PokePrimer here, ready to deliver you our Week 5 battle here in PRD. This week we are taking on Liam and his Ultrasonic Altarias. You just saw yesterday our team builder and what we're bringing and why we're bringing it. And here we go with seeing his team. He did indeed bring a hardcore Sun Core with the Torkoal Venusaur combination. He also brought the Heliolisk, I'm assuming to take advantage of the solar power, if possible, on his end, which is interesting. He also brought the dual fire types that he has on the side with Chandelure and Cinderace, and then he has the Suicune for a defensive option. So, one thing I noticed about this is the team itself, as a whole, aside from Torkoal and Suicune, is not particularly the bulkiest. Venusaur has a lot of natural bulk, but it's definitely like, if it's offensive, it's not taking too many hits. So if we can deal with the sun to the best of our ability, I think we have a good chance of being able to pull out a dub here. So let's go ahead and hop into the match and see how everything played out. So he leads with the Torkoal, as I immediately lead with my Choice Specs Tapu Koko. And I'm just going to Volt Switch, and I get a crit. And I OHKO the Torkoal immediately. And that is so massive for the match. Like, realistically, I think he was just going for rocks that turn or something like that. He wasn't attacking me straight up, if I remember correctly, because we talked about it afterwards. So realistically, the only thing that crit really affected in the long run was that Torkoal's longevity in the match. Like, he could have easily switched it out and preserved his sun, which he needed to do because I have Kyogre sitting right here. So he definitely needed to do that, and I'm sure he would have. I'm sure he would have definitely done that. So. Yeah, but anyway, aside from that, the Torkoal wasn't going to be doing much to us, and rocks didn't really hurt a lot of our team too badly. So it wouldn't have been that huge of a deal if he did get rocks up. But we get Kyogre in here, real easy and he's going to be able to go into the Heliolisk. I have my immediate switch into this being the Runerigus, as he goes for the Volt Switch. He switches out immediately, which makes me kind of think he's choiced. So I just go ahead and set up my rocks. And then back out to Tapu Koko. Scald does too much damage, and it burns me, which really sucks. Kind of makes my Tapu Koko struggle a little bit. And, oh, this turn. So I was debating what I was going to do this turn between just going for the Thunderbolt, which was a guaranteed KO, or the Volt Switch. I opted for the Volt Switch. I think I asked Ayla from the other room, or from across the couch or something. It was Volt Switch or Thunderbolt. Or no, we were in the car, I think. I was Volt Switch or Thunderbolt. And she said Volt Switch, and I was alright, bet. Clicked Volt Switch, and it turned out that he was Wakan Berry. So I go into my Kyogre thinking I'm going to tank anything that he goes for. Mirror Coat. I get 99%. Oh, Lord. Ooh. If I had clicked Thunderbolt, I lost my Koko. Oh boy, if I'd gone to any other Mon. Some of my other Mons have more HP than Kyogre, so I would have been fine. But, oh man, if I had lost my Kyogre there, I would have felt so stupid. But thankfully, I am Resto Chesto Kyogre. So I go for the rest right here, and I'm back to full. So your Mirror Coat did nothing to me. So he goes for the Surf this time, gets a crit. So I've determined now that he's Choice Specs Heliolisk. He's 100% Specs. So he goes now out into his Suicune on my Dragon-type Silvally, as I'm just going to Parting Shot out. And in comes Tapu Koko, once again, doing what Tapu Koko does. I'm going to click that Specs Volt Switch, and he is going to take a shit ton of damage, and now he's in range of dying to another Specs Volt Switch in the future, if he so tried to switch it again. So the Helios went for Thunderbolt there on my Silvally Dragon, and I'm just going to Parting Shot into Runerigus. I went for the Poltergeist to try to kill something, but I forgot that I had already... he had eaten his berry, so he had a perfect Poltergeist switching. If I had just gone for Earthquake, I would have probably been able to kill the Suicune. But I had to go into Kyogre here, as he actually is Sunny Days Suicune, which I think is really interesting. But I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam, because I figured he was going to switch into something here. And he indeed does switch into the Heliolisk, and I take it out. I go into Cresselia, as I'll admit, I was playing this game on my phone in the car after a bad day, so I temporarily forgot that we had Gigantamax Mons, mostly because I don't get to use mine much. I definitely made an error in drafting mine, personally. That's my belief. Flapple just isn't it's hard to bring in most matchups because it's so frail pre-max, and even in max it's frail. So he Gigantamaxes here, goes for the Vine Lash as I go into my Cresselia. That Vine Lash damage after the turn is just too much, and he gets the roll, which sucks, but it's whatever. So I go into Silvally Dragon here. Silvally Dragon is designed to 1v1 this thing, if I remember correctly, and I Thunder Wave the Venusaur so that no matter what, he can never be faster than me again. So that's cool. And I just go for the Flamethrower here, trying to hit the Venusaur, and the Vine Lash is going to take out my Silvally. But now I can go into Tapu Koko and fire off that Volt Switch once again and take it out. Now, Kyogre here is going to do Kyogre things. I'm going to click Volt Ice Beam and KO the Venusaur. He goes into the Cinderace, and I know Libero Cinderace changes his type, but I specifically EV'd this thing so that a Surf in the Rain KOs any Cinderace, period. Plus he took rocks damage, so I was able to KO both of those. And finally, 5 weeks into the season, after coming to all 4 games, finally, Kyogre gets a fucking kill. Finally, it gets a kill. 2 weeks that it's just sat on the bench and didn't have to come out in the field, and then finally, and then 2 weeks where it died to me goofing up, and then finally we get a weather-based matchup, and here comes Kyogre saying, "I'm gonna take half your team with me." Brilliant. Love this. I'm so happy that I finally got to get some kills with Kyogre. Literally, Kyogre and Tapu Koko just carried the team this week. Galarian Moltres didn't even touch the field, which kind of sucks, because I really liked my Galarian Moltres set. But it's fine. But yeah, so we pick up a big 4-0 win here in PRD Week 5. Next week, we play Tyler and his something Whimsicott. You'll see in the team builder, and yeah, that's going to be all. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you have not already. Until next time, I'm PokePrimer, signing off. Peace.